Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the channel. Today is the day 2 of Terraform series. Today we will cover, we'll try to see some debugs and errors, how it's going to happen, and what should be the extension, if there are extensions will change how the Terraform will rectify it. And I will even show you that in VS Code, if you're interacting with the VS Code and you are accessing AWS CLI, then you can install AWS CLI plugin. Then we will try to create a VPC using AWS console. Then we will use Terraform as infrastructure as code, and we will create some of the resources. That is, you can create a VPC, right? VPC, and I will show you everything like debugging and what will happen if you copy the same file to another file. The steps like Terraform init, Terraform validate, Terraform apply, Terraform destroy. What will be the case scenario? These points we can discuss about this one. Let's go and jump into the series now. Okay, this is my first video. If you are new to the channel and you have not following this series, Terraform series, then you can go and view our first video, which is basically covered of Terraform basics, and it will show you how to install Terraform in your local laptop. Okay, local laptop, and how you can integrate with VS Code and you can access everything. Okay, so this is a continuation part of this Terraform series, and it will be day 2. Okay, first we will go for AWS console. If you don't have the account, then you can follow my video how to create AWS account, free account. Okay, there is no charges for that, and you can create your own account. So I'll show you now how to create VPC by using console. Okay, if you go over here and you will be seeing that, let me just show you VPC, right? VPC. So if you check it over here, VPC, and we are using console, and we will be creating one VPC. Okay, so for that VPC we will be naming as a test VPC, or we can say our VPC, right? So we will create one VPC using console. Okay, so let's go for the console. Let's click this is a default, right? Default VPC, define. Default VPC is provided by AWS. So let's create our customized VPC. So the basic steps which are required for a VPC creation, right? It's an isolated environment, right? Virtual private cloud, VPC stands for, right? So this is the things, the name we have to give it at, let's say I will name it at my, right? My underscore VPC, my VPC, right? And I will name it at 01, so I should remember that. Okay, and what are the names? So this is mandatory, this is optional way, but to remember that our VPC, this is our VPC, you have to name it, right? So, and you have to provide the block also. So I will just name 000 slash 16, right? So this is how we can create our CIDR block. So in that block, our IPv4, in this we can have all the IP address and this tenant. So let me express the tenants also. Okay, if you're selecting a default, then it will be as a default. Actually, if you're selecting dedicated, then there will be charges will be applied from AWS. The reason for that, let's assume that default means you are among everyone. There is no special privileges provided by AWS for this your creation of this VPC. Okay, if you're selecting a special dedicated one, okay, then it will be dedicated VPC. There will be isolated environment to be more secure. Okay, for that there will be charges. If you check this one and if you enable this, it will not be covered in the free type. There will be charges on you. So always be aware that to be checked for the default. Okay, let me show you in the scenario also with that example. If you're a passenger, if you're traveling in the flight, right? So what you are going to do it, you will book a ticket, right, to fly. Let's say you're moving from Hyderabad to Mumbai, so you're taking a ticket. So the Airbus, the airplane, the flight has a capacity of 50. In that 50, you are the one, right? 49 persons are other, but you are secure in that environment, right? You're secure, but you're not privatized. Like it's not a privileged one. You'll be treated as a extra 50%. So if you're a VIP person, you say that I don't want this services. I want my private jet, right? So you can book your private jet, right? In the private jet, what happened? It will be following your timing. right? Because your private jet, you're booking private jet, it will be having only alone access, right? You'll be sitting alone in that private jet, and you're flying to the destination, so you will be having all the privileges, right? So now the price comparison, if you check for the normal flight and the privileges, let's say special flight like private jet, there'll be a huge amount. The reason for that is they are providing different scenario, right? If you're going for the common flight, then you are among 50, you are the one, for example, right? But here you are the special person, and they'll follow your timing, they will take you as a privilege, they will take you to destination with a like special person, VVIP person. So this is the same scenario in the AWS. So just you are a renter, let's say a tenancy as a renter, right, among this building. So in this case, you have to select default. If your manager or your organization say no, no Akram, no Asim, you have to, when you're creating VPC, then you have to follow what you have to follow the dedicated, because our application is secured and we are approved in our organization, our architecture also is dedicated. Then at the time you proceed with this step, right, with the dedicated. For current scenario, you always go with the default. Okay, the name tag I don't require, sorry, I have already given above, so it's taken from there, and just create the VPC. I missed out, must be valid. Okay, fine. I think I missed out something. 10.0.0.16. Okay. So if you check it over here, the block which you have created 10.0.0.1.16. But how do you create it? By going into the console, right? So now when we have the application Terraform, why would you go and manually create this resource, right? So what we will do it now, the same step, we will be using our Terraform, right? So if I come over here, this is the one file. So let me, before go into terminal and validate that, do I have Terraform installed in this? Okay, so Terraform -v, right? So yes, Terraform is already installed. Do I have AWS, right, installed on this? Yes, AWS is the refers to AWS CLI. Okay, to communicate with AWS, you have to install AWS CLI SDK. Okay, so already I have installed, that's why it's showing me AWS and everything. If you want to install some of the plugin, you can going from here. Let me just show you just a second. You can install the recommended plugins from here also, right? Where I think I have minimized or what? Okay, so AWS CLI. See, this is the one, AWS CLI. Okay, you can install AWS CLI. Let me just validate that. AWS CLI provided by configure, no, all in one. I required S3 is a AWS Lambda service toolkit. Yes, this is the one, right? If you install AWS Kit toolkit, then it will install all the things, right? AWS CLI and everything. So you have to install these kits. Okay, if you're not installing in the laptop. Okay, these are the things. Okay, in my laptop already I have installed, so I don't require this plugins. So if you want to install this plugin, then you can do it. Okay, there is a one option for that. So let's go back to the file. Okay, so now what we will do it, we will just create main.tf. okay, so that we can have it. So before that, what we will do it, we will go and we will create the access key and the secret key. Let's go for the security credentials. Okay, then we will go down over here, then you will find secret key, access key management. Okay, just click on the access key, create access key. Okay, but then it will prompt you that, see, it's not recommended, keep it secure. Okay, so you have to keep it, this key secure, and just I will copy access key. I will open one notepad, then I will say that this is access key, right? Just paste it over here, then I'll move back here and I'll copy my secret key, right? then I'll go back down, secret key, okay, Control V. Okay, this is the files which we have to save it. So just I will minimize now. Okay, so this is done, and I can save the file also. It will be in the download folder, but make sure to keep it safe. Okay, this is done. Fine. So what we will do it now, again I'll go back to VPC. Okay, then I will show you that what we have created previously, right? We have created one VPC. Just click here, you'll be finding the created by your VPC and the custom VPC. No, I think we have to move back to Mumbai. So you should remember that in which region you have created your VPC. Okay, so if you click over here, you will be finding one VPC here. Okay, which you have created. Okay, fine. This is Mumbai region. We have created before in Mumbai region, right? So I'll go back here. Then I'll be finding one VPC created, right? So we have not created subnet and route table. This is additional things. Okay, the basic we will cover up. Okay, now what we will do it, we will create one main.tf. okay, so if you want to rename this, I'll show you that also. Okay, anyways, I'll cover first thing. The first thing what you have to do is that whenever you're writing any, let me just zoom. Okay, first thing in your main.tf, you have to mention that who is your provider. Okay, this who is your provider. Our provider is, you have to go open the notations and you have to mention AWS. Okay, our provider is AWS. Then what you have to do it, you have to open curly brackets, right, and then enter. Okay, this part is done. Then you have to mention the region, in which region we have created. By going in the console, we have created it AP South, right? So the same thing will follow here, and I'll open with notation, right, and I will give it here as AP South -1, right? This part is done. So we have mentioned the region. Then what we have to get, we have to give it access key, right? Then you have to mention here, and you have to copy two notations. Okay, then you have to enter. Then same way you have to provide secret key, right? Communicate with the AWS secret _key is equal to two notations. Okay, now we have to fill this details. Okay, when we created this access and security keys, we have copied the credentials over here, right? Just copy here and to paste it over here. Okay, go here and just open here and paste it here. We have saved this part, right? So if I click on, okay, we have done. Just I will save it. No, then I have to close the curly bracket which I have created before, right? So okay, the curly bracket is closed. Now what we will do it, just we'll go down and we will give Control S and we will save it. Okay, so what do I have? I have a file named main.tf in our directory, right? So Control plus C, right? Fine. So if you ls over here, you'll be seeing that there is a one file in my directory which is main.tf, right? This is fine. So now the first step what we have to do, whenever you're creating a file to validate or you are to activate your directory, you have to use Terraform init. Okay, So Terraform will validate, does it have any related .tf files. So it will take something, and it's saying that you have some error. Okay, I did one error. See, these the things happen when you do some of the mistakes in this one, then it will just throw you back, this is the error. So what we will do, we will go back here and we will see what is the error. Okay, here I supposed to give is equal to, then but I have given wrong. Okay, we have saved this. Now let me try again with the same way. It's initializing the plugins now. Okay, it's using HashiCorp AWS, and it's showing that the version is 5.36, and it will log that version for your future references. So it will take few seconds, right, just to create one files. If you look it over here, I have only one file, main.tf. So it will create some of additional files, the one which are hidden files and one are working files. Okay, just wait for the few seconds, you will be able to see that. It's taking more time. I think there is some issue with the internet. Okay. Okay, so Terraform have successfully initiated. If you see over here, you have this file which was not created by me. It's default file. When you run this one, it automatically create and it will lock your versions. Okay, if you check here, it's locking the version of Terraform 5.30, right? So these are the things happen. Now let me show you one more thing. See, I have .tf, right? So what I will do it now, I will just rename that .tf with .tf21. Okay, let's, for example, okay, I have one file. Now let me just try one more time to terraform init. So what will be the result? See, it's showing that there is no such a file .tf in your directory. Do I have any tf in that? No, I don't have. .tf21 is not .tf. Okay, it should end with .tf. Okay, so the next thing what I have to do it now, I will rename again. Then what I will do it, I will keep it just .tf. Okay, then if you click the command again, then it will initialize now. See, it's saying that initialize. So the thing is that you have to keep always the extension as .tf. Okay, this is a clear version point to you. So now it will take and it will initialize our repository. So it's saying that it's using the pre version which is logged. Okay, what was the previous version? This was the previous version 5.36, and it's communicating with it, right? Okay, this part is done. And one more thing is that I have provided the credentials here, right? So what I will do it, I will just remove one wantedly, I will remove one notation, right? I will save it and I will run this command again. So let me show you. Does it create anything, or it will throw me any error stating that there is a yes, see, it's showing that here you have missed out some extension. I have wanted to remove this one, right? So it's showing me that there is an error. What you have to do it, you have to go and close the notations, right? See, it's split over lines. There is a string missing, right? So you have to close it. So this will review your code, right? Then it will close it. Let me save again here. Even with the command later on, if I want to do it with Terraform valid, validate. Even with that command also I can do it. So it started initializing the backend. So it's using again the resource, it just gets update, right? It will not change our version, it will use the same version which is logged version, right? It have logged HashiCorp version, right? So the updated version is 5.3. so this is the log version. So it's showing me that yes, it's done. So now if I use the command, let me clear the screen. Sorry. Clear the screen. Okay, now if I let's say if I use the command that terraform plan, okay, it will inform me that there is no resources you have requested in main.tf, right? Because we have not done, we have only provided the credential. So what you have to do it, you have to create some of the resources. Okay, it's taking time, so it will prompt you. So for that case, use case, what you have to do it, you have to create resources. So let that happen. I will just resource, and I have to give what kind of resource I'm creating. I'm creating AWS, then hyphen VPC, right? I'm creating VPC. Okay, and what name I'm going to give the tag? I'll give the tag as so that I should remember this created by me, right? So what I give in the tag over there, just I will follow the same tag and I will give it my underscore VPC, sorry, VPC, right? 02, because one we have created, right? So we will create two from AWS from Terraform. So I will open the curly brackets, right? Then I will hit enter, right? Then I will give the CIDR block, right? Just say this time we will take the block, different block, right? Is equal to, then curly, right? Where then I will give it let's for assume 10.20.0.0 and block I will give it as 16, right? So if you check it over here, in that we given 10.0.0.0, but here what we are doing, we are giving a new CIDR block, right? So this part is done. We have created a CIDR part, but what tag we are going to give it? Tag we will give it the same name as we have given above, right? Tag is equal to then we will open the one curly bracket, right? Just we will hit the enter. Then what I will give it, I will give as a name, sorry, name is equal to what we have given above. Is we will copy the same thing, will follow with the same thing, that my test VPC 2, right? My VPC 02. Okay, if you check it over here, we have already closed the bracket, we have open here, we have closed the here. So one over here, one over here, one over here, one over, okay. For my use case, I believe that the syntax is fine. Just I will click the same. Okay, so see the command which I found, they say that there is infrastructure matches configuration, there is no changes, right? Now if I check it over here, if I use the same command, so it will show me that what is going to create. Terraform is a plan, command is that it will just show you virtually that what is going to happen as an addition or the deletion on your changing of any resources. Okay, so if you check it over here, there is one more file is created, that is terraform state, right? So okay, anyways, it will log the terraform state. Okay, so just wait for the few seconds, it will show you that a complete what is going to generate. Okay, see, if you review over here, then you will see that okay, one CIDR box is going to generate 10.20.0.116, which you have requested above in the with the code, and it will say the default ACL will be given. The default in the sense it will use the AWS provided network ACL and the root tables and the security ID also, and it will enable all the root tables and VPC. I mean the IP addresses V6 and V4, right? And the tag name it will give my VPC 02. Okay. Okay. So what is saying, you have only is saying that you have only used Terraform plugin, but it will not generate the resource. This command, if you see over here, we did not use the output option to save this plan, so Terraform cannot guarantee to take exactly this action if you run Terraform apply. Okay, so it just prompting that this plan is going to happen. So in that case, what we will do it, just we'll go and review is there any resources has been happen over here. So if you click here, you will see only my one VPC is created, right? I don't have any VPC created. So just what I will do it now, Terraform, I'll validate before I do anything. Okay, validate. Okay, it will validate my code. Okay, so here is showing that one resource is added, 0 changes because we have not changed anything. 0 destroy, we are not destroying anything, we are just creating the resources. Okay, so it will take few minutes, a few seconds, and it will prompt you that validation of my code is an error or something else. To that validate, you can validate. It's a common thing, right? So it's showing that validation is successful. So let's say, and we will go and we will perform terraform apply. So now the changes will be applied on our account. So if you hit it over here, then if you in the few seconds, our VPC will be created in AWS resources. Okay, so just we'll wait for the few seconds. Terraform initiated to create the resources. Okay, by default, when you apply Terraform apply or Terraform validate, it's create one state file. Okay, so see, if it will ask me yes, I want to make these actions. It's showing me that this action is going to happen, above actions, and validating yes, it's happened. It's saying that apply is completed, one source is added, 0 is changed, 0 is destroyed. Let's go and validate this. I have only one VPC, right? My VPC. Let me refresh this. See, you will be finding that my VPC 02 is created. Okay, this is how you can create your VPC. Okay, with the AWS. So let's the CIDR blocks what we have given over here, 10.20.06, the same thing is happened there. Okay, so now what we will do it, we will go and we will change one thing. Okay, what I will do it, I will just rename this VPC with my name, same VPC, right? The reason is that I will show you how this happened. Just click Control S, save. Okay, so now if you check the command here is showing resources added, right? So I will just say terraform right, terraform apply, right? I will create one more. So what should happen, then it will prompt me that yes, one resource is there. I'm not changing the resources, I'm changing only the name of the VPC, right? So it has to be changed, right? So in that case, what it will show that what it will show you that one change will happen, only changes happen. One resource is added, 0 is added, one changes happen, because we are not adding any resources, we are just changing the name of that resources, right? So just I will prompt it yes. I can use auto approve also. In the next step I will add that, so it should not prompt me anything. So it's saying that the modification happened, and the modification is happening when my VPC 02. Okay, and it's saying the C0 is added because we are not adding any resources, we are just changing the file name. So it's showing me that resources happen. So let's see, does we validate? Yes, same VPC 0 is happened. Okay, so now what we will do it again, and this part is done, right? So after that, the same, I will add it one more resource. What should be resource of that? Just a second. Let's create one subnet in my VPC, right? So for that, we have to come back to official registry. Okay, you have to search over here that AWS subnet. Okay, you'll find the subnet over here, right? If you go example here, then you will find the resource main AWS subnet. then you have to create the ID, and for example over here resources. Okay, with that you can mention in that. Okay, so we'll copy the same thing. So I will copy this part, okay, complete part. Then I will copy the content, then I will paste it over here. Okay. And then I will give it curly brackets. Okay, just I will enter hit enter over here. Then what I have to do is I have to paste it here, right? So I'll paste it over here. I think I have to delete this, and I have to delete this too, right? So what we are doing, we are creating the resource as in the AWS subnet. Okay, and I will give the name as let's give the name with the with insecurity. No, we'll give the name as a product, to remember that the subnet we are creating for the product, right? So I'll give the name as a product. Okay, product subnet. And then what we have to do it, I have to give the IP of this. So for that, what we will do it, AWS this is fine. Let me just minimize here. Okay, AWS my the name of my VPC. What's my VPC is? My VPC name, I have mentioned my VPC over here is let me copy over here and paste it. My VPC is this, right? So I will just copy here. Okay, my VPC is 02, right? This is my ID, right? This is my VPC which I have created above. In that VPC, I required one subnet. Okay, so I have to give the dot over here because in that I need to create it, and after that I will say this is my ID. So just give back and take it dot. Right, so this I have mentioned that they will create one AWS subnet, okay, with this block. And now what we will do it, then afterwards I have to give the blocks of this, right, CIDR block. So above what we have done, we have given the same, we'll follow the same, just I'll give it 20, then 0, then 0, then I will give it as no, sorry, I have to give it 1, right? It should be 1. So after that I will keep as a default 24, let it be 24. So I'm giving this part. Okay, and now what should be availability zone? Availability zone I have above, I have given that availability zone as just a second, we don't require anyways. Availability zone, it will pick from here because it's a south, right? So the region already I have given south, so it will pick from there itself. And I will give launch is fine, name of the product service, that's fine. Let me see if I miss this something. Tag name, I have mixed this tag name, so let me add this tag name also, right? So I'll be pasting over here. So what is the tag name? What I have given, the tag name will be above same as we have given, that is product, right? So just I'll copy the product and I'll paste it over here. So just product. Okay, this is part is done, this is for this, this is for this. I will save it over here and let me validate my code. Is anything is there a product, sorry, let me go here and I will terraform, sorry, terraform validate. Okay, let it validate my code. If there is any error, so we can rectify it. So let me see, is there any error? This bracket belongs to this, this bracket belongs to this. Okay, we have given the notations, we have given the name as a product. Okay, fine, the name is same, so I don't think so there is error. Let us validate also. So we'll wait for the few seconds, let the code is added. So it's showing me that line 14 there is an issue. So what is the issue for the lane? Okay, it should be here. Fine, okay, fine, no issue, we will match that. Okay, so we will save it, fine, and let me validate again. it will validate again. So unsupported block type main resources my VPC resources are not expected here. My VPC 214 subnet product are not expected here. So let me see what is the error. So let me review what the error is there. So what happened, just I'll keep as per the command, the error curly brackets are missing, right? So okay, here is then this is done. Then I'll go back. I think now the part is done. Okay, so let me create in the sync way. Let me just save it now. So hopefully this will resolve our case, right? Let me validate this Terraform again. So I think we have given completely fine. Okay, this is closing, this for this closing, this is for this closing. If you go over here, then you will find that, okay, what you will see, just go over here. If you just open, if you open over here, so let me see what I have created. VPC, right? Does I have the name as my VPC? Okay. I will rename this one as my VPC, right? Just I will do it as my VPC, right? Just save this. Okay, so now what happened, I will just perform terraform apply, right? So now what happened, we have addition one resources, right? And we made one changes also. It should permit the two things, one addition, one changes. Okay, so if you go back over here, if I click it here, so if I see here, I don't have any subnets, right? I don't have any subnets over here. Just I have only one VPC, but I don't have subnets in this. Okay, async VPC. And let me go back again. Just let me check my code. So I'll prompt is RTS, right? I want to apply this. So what it's doing is modifying my name, right? And it's added one resource, the repo is subnet, and it's changed my name also, right? So if I go and if I refresh over here, you will be seeing that my VPC2, right? So if you check it over here, okay, and then if you go down, see one subnet is created. Before there was no subnets, right? So if you go below here, let me just check my VPC2, right? No, which was the name, right? Product. We have given the product name, right? See, I have given in my code that's product, right? The block name. So I'll just go over here and I will show you. I have given the product as a subnet, and I say that please create this subnet with 20 CIDR blocks of 10, 20, 10, right? So if you validate over here, then you'll find the same thing over here, 24. Okay, subnet, and this is associated with which VPC? My VPC 02. Because I made in the code that it mentioned that it should be associated with my VPC 02. Okay, so these are things. Okay, now what I want to do it now, what I will do it, I will delete this resource, right? I will delete this resource. First, what I will do it, I will just copy this because I have to provide you the file also, right? So in this case, I will rename this file as 2. Okay, so if I make this copy file as a 2, it will read only main.tf. Okay, if you keep two files as .tf, main.tf, then it will create an issue. It should read only one file in a one directory. Okay, so now what I will do it, I will delete in main.tf the block which I have created. Okay, I will delete the resource I have submitted. No, just I have to come over here, then I have to delete this part. Okay, just delete and control plus S save, because I have to save the file, right? Then I will apply terraform apply, because I don't want to show you the terraform validate again, so it will take few times. Why to just, so it's showing me that, see, one plan, one is added, one is changed, 0 is destroyed. Terraform performance describe above, S enter, yes. Okay, oh, sorry, I'm reading the previous version. Okay, now it will prompt me to add S. So what I have to do it, I have to auto approve in the next time. So I missed out that, so it should not prompt me that. So in this case, what should be happen? One destroy should come, right? Yes, I'll press yes. Okay, so what will happen? It will delete subnet. See, it is deleting one subnet. Okay, 1 second. It shows that 0 I have added. I have not added any resources over here. I have not changed anything. Just I have deleted one resources. Let me go and refresh this subnets block, right? So if you refresh over here, see, before I see, it's showing that it's already deleted. I will not find any subnet over here. So let me clear this also. Let me refresh this part. See, the product is deleted. Okay, this is how you can delete any resources. Now what I will do it, I will say that please delete all the resources. Okay, so just to check it out. So in this case, what I say, terraform destroy, right? I think I have terraform apply, right? Before what we used, we changed and we gave the command as terraform apply. In the apply, what happened, whatever the changes you have done, it will be impacting your resources. But here what I'm doing, I'm completely destroying my things. In that case, what will happen, it will destroy all the VPCs. But if you have 10 resources, it will destroy all the 10 resources. That means whatever the content is there, resources available in main.tf, it will destroy all the things. So I will use terraform destroy command. Okay, so if you enter over here, terraform destroy is not recognized command. So what? Okay, sorry, I have mistyped. This is terraform destroy. Just click enter. It will prompt you yes, right? Just I have to mention that yes, please delete. So if you check it over here, it start making one backup, and there'll be some issue, some configuration files. Okay, so it start working. See, it's refreshing the state of the VPC. This is a VPC, right? So I'll go to my VPC. If you check here, do I have? Yes, I have VPC. That is last name is 8. If you check over 0D8, starting 2 and last 2, right? 0D8. So let me show, enter here. It will show that now it start deleting. Okay, so it's just shown me the plan way. See, it's saying that completely resources, one resources deleted. Okay, what it had deleted, it had deleted my VPC 02, and the ID also 0898, which I have shown it over here. This is exists because I have not refreshed. When you refresh this, it will disappear from here. Just I will refresh it. See, I don't have any resources. Now our testing point is done. Okay, this tutorial will be ending here. So what you have to do it, you have to go again back to the credential. Okay, security credentials. Then I will just select this access key, action, I will delete it. Okay, first I have to deactivate. Okay, so I have deactivated, right? So if I just do terraform init, then it terraform init, then it will prompt you that yes, sorry, I have been using wrong mistype form terraform. Okay, it will show you that yes, it's wrong because your access key and your secret key is does not authorized because it's deactivated. Let me just see that is it taking, maybe catch it or something. Let's wait for a few seconds. Let's see what will happen. Okay, still it's applying. Let me just where from where I have applied account access. Let me just terraform apply. Let's try to apply the resources again. So it should prompt me that it's not your keys are not authorized because I have deactivated, right? So let's wait for the second. See, it will create because I have not deleted the file, right? So it will take this files resources and it will try to create one more time. But the thing is that the connection between our Terraform local laptop and our AWS account is deactivated. Reason for that is we have deactivated the keys, right? The access key and secrets. See, it's prompting me that. It's stating that, okay, it will details validate provided credentials, right? So it's saying that your credential, what you have provided, API error is coming because it's not validate. Okay, so please check your provider AWS and validate your just provide the updated access key. So this is how the things happen if your access key is not activated or is deleted completely. Now what I will do it, I will delete it completely because it can throw me security issues, right? So now I don't have any create any access key. Nobody can if I upload in this document also, so it should not be threat to me as a resources, right? If there is a resources created where using my keys, then charges will be applicable to me because I'm the one who generated this access key. And AWS already prompted me when I'm generating that this is not secure, you have to keep it in the secure state, right? This is the key. Hopefully this video ends this one, day 2. Just practice 1, 2, 3 times, then you should be able to be perfect. Okay, just watch my day 1 and day 2. Okay, so you'll be able to create any resources. Okay, if you want to create any resources, you come over here. Okay, just search for anything, you'll be finding over here. Okay, AWS let's say subnet, right? Subnet resource. So it's showing you. See, if you want to create any VPC, you can create resources, AWS subnet data. Let me see, AWS security group, right? Security group. Let me search what I'll be finding. See, this is the resources. If you click here over, so it will show you the how you can do it. Okay, just allow this TCL, the security issues. You can add the resources. Okay, in the VPC, because in the VPC, same VPC, I can add all the resources. Okay, I can add 443, I can add anyone. Just I'll be keeping the same command. I mean, see this three things, right? IPv4 side, sorry, I have to add IPv4, then I can keep 443 8080 for Jenkins. I can keep 80 anything 83, or if you have application running Node.js 3000 port, then you can add 3000 port. Okay, if you have SonarQube, you can add SonarQube ports and this. So based on your requirement, you can customize this main.tf file. Okay, this is the official registry of Terraform, where you can find all that syntax, how to create your resources using this. They'll provide you the example also how you can create it. So don't forget to share and subscribe, okay, our channel. So, and share in your LinkedIn. Okay, share on the LinkedIn and tag me. Okay, if you check my LinkedIn profile, you'll be finding in my account. Okay, you'll be finding over there, so you can follow my link, follow me on the LinkedIn also. If you have any query, question, answer, or you have any request to create the video, I will try my best to create that on the same topic. Okay, thank you very much. Please stay connected. Don't forget to share, subscribe with your friends.